What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm taking you guys on another trip to the thrift. So if you guys haven't already, make sure that you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because in these past few days I've been finding a lot of heat, and I definitely want to share some of these brands with you guys, just so that you guys know what to sell on eBay and Poshmark and wherever that you guys like to sell. So like I said, hit that like button, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so first thing I came across when I walked into this thrift store was this pair of Carhartt shorts. And as you guys know, Carhartt is really trending right now, especially since everybody's really into workwear. So just the brand itself should be selling for a decent amount of profit. This particular pair of shorts were actually selling for like 60 to 70 bucks. Not exactly sure why they're selling for so much money, but it is what it is. I'm definitely going to grab this one up, and hopefully it sells for that amount of profit. Next, came across a ton of these voice recorders. Now, I used to sell these anywhere between like 25 to like 30 bucks, but I found so many of these. I don't know if somebody donated just a bunch of them. Maybe it came from a college or something. Not exactly sure, but I just grabbed all of them up. A couple of them I ended up passing on, and once I got to the register, if you guys might have seen it, one of them had like a little note on the inside basically saying that it didn't work. So I just left that one behind. But even the Radio Shack recorders were selling for like 30 bucks. So I got about 15 in total. So I'm going to grab all of those up, and hopefully they sell pretty fast, because these usually do bring in a decent amount of profit. And the good thing is I always try to keep some cassette tapes on deck, just so I can test some of these electronics out. But hopefully these do work well, because they usually always do. Next to some of these cassette recorders, I ended up finding one of these VHS Playbacks, and I never sold one from this particular brand, but I know these VHS Playbacks usually sell for like 50 to 60 bucks. So anytime I find those, I usually always grab those up. Now, if you guys follow the channel, just yesterday I posted a video about me finding these GameCube controllers. And this is just some old footage, as you guys can see, but I picked up two of these controllers. Both of them were not genuine or original controllers, but they're only $350, and I usually never find anything GameCube related, so this was just perfect timing for me. Next, I came across some of these. I think they're called Showy. Drop a comment if you guys know how to pronounce it, but I think it's called Showy helmets. These were in pretty good shape, didn't have too much like flaws or any damages on it. The downside is that it was clearly just missing the visor that everyone else on eBay had on their listing, so that might affect the price overall. But the good thing is they were only asking 10 bucks for these helmets, and as you guys can see, they were in pretty good shape, because sometimes I see helmets and the inside is really just really messed up, so I tend to pass on them pretty often. But I came across two of these, so these should still sell for at least maybe 50 bucks a piece, and I'll charge a decent amount of money for shipping, maybe 12-15 bucks, and most likely just ship that out via pirate ship or UPS, just to save some money on shipping. In this same thrift store now, came across some of these Vans, and I believe these are the Charlie Brown or Peanuts edition. And these had like a really high resale value, but whoever was wearing these, they wrote a ton of stuff all over these. I don't know what this kid was on. Clearly he had some types of issues, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to try to still clean these shoes up, because I seen the comps were kind of all over the place. Somebody sold these for 56 bucks, but they sold that on auction, and then someone else sold these for 100 plus, and they were also used. So once I clean them up, I should be able to get maybe 70 to 80 bucks for my pair once I clean them up. Next, came across this pair of New Balances, and I believe these were the 996s. Pretty rough, pretty beat up condition, but should still be able to get at least 40 bucks for these. No, these are the 993s, my bad. I know somebody in the comment section would be, you know, having a fit over that. But like I said, New Balance 993s should still be able to get 40 bucks. And came up on some wrestling shoes. I just got into boxing, so I was hoping that these would be my size, because I know you can tend to wear wrestling shoes when you're a beginning boxer, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these 993s. Next, came up on this Bose. What is this? The Bose portable sound dock. I have a ton of these right now just sitting in my inventory, because I find so many of these, but none of them have the power supply. So right now I think I have maybe 5 or 6 of them. So for that reason, I'm just going to go ahead and pass on this one in particular. Even though the condition is pretty good and it probably does work, I'm just going to pass on that. But anytime I see bubble wrap, I always got to grab that up. So had to check out some of the video games in this video game section, and they had a few, a lot of them were for the PC. Probably somebody donated their whole collection. Lately, anytime I find any of these games that have multiple discs, I always try to open them up and make sure every disc is in there. But thankfully, I popped all of these open and all the discs were in there. these are not going to sell for a ton of profit. Probably at most I'll probably sell them for $10 or $12 a piece, so not a ton of profit to be made, but a couple of them are sealed and I should be able to get maybe 15 bucks for this one in particular. So overall, since they're so cheap, $1.50 a piece, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab up all of these. And like I said, sometimes you gotta like kind of balance your store out with items that sell for a ton of profit, and then others that will just kind of be consistent sales. Even that We Pets, I think that one sells for 15 bucks all day long. So like I said, small amount of profit, but it all adds up. Now, this was a really good find. Came up on some of these vintage rollerblades. I just sold a pair of some vintage rollerblades from the brand Red Wing. Those sold like within a few hours for well over 200 bucks. I think I sold them for maybe 260 in total. I'll definitely add that to one of my upcoming What Sold videos. But now anytime I come across rollerblades, I'm always going to grab them up. This one, I don't know what the brand was. I know it was a size 5, so it's kind of, it might be a slower sale, but I'm still should be able to get at least maybe 70 to 80 bucks for these, because rollerblades in general usually do sell for a decent amount of profit. Now, this find was crazy. Probably my favorite find in the past few days. Came up on this pair of Polo Ralph Lauren shoes, but these were made in England, so just the quality overall is going to be really, really high on these. Anytime you guys can see these made in England Ralph Lauren shoes, definitely always grab these up. I'm gonna price mine on the higher end, maybe closer to 200 bucks, maybe like 150, 160, somewhere really high like that, because I know these shoes are pretty rare and the right buyer is definitely gonna come along on those. Next, came across this pair of Nike SB Dunks, and these were not in the best condition at all, but as you guys know, SBs are trending like crazy right now, and I checked the comps on these and somebody actually got 100 bucks, but they were running an auction for those shoes, and since I got these for 5, if I sell them for 100, that would be great. And then somebody else had it listed for 200, so I'll wait and see how these go. Alright y'all, so we are back in the crib, and I just wanted to show you guys some stuff that I actually picked up just last night. I don't know why they restocked so late, but I'm glad I just decided to pop in. Got 2 of these PlayStation 2s. I was able to test both of them, and luckily both of them work. And this one even came with Sonic Unleashed, and I think just the game by itself sells for about 15 to 20 bucks. So I might sell it separately, or I might bundle it with one of these PS2s. Just depends on what the comps are looking like. I spent $12.50 for this one and only $8.50 for this one. And like I said, both of them didn't come with any cords. But the good thing is I always try to keep some aftermarket cords with me, just mainly to test some items out. But I might go ahead and use that for this particular listing. And the good thing is I always have a bunch of those power cords handy, because you never know, those always come in handy for several different items. And I also came up on some of the Sony PlayStation controllers. The thing is, these probably all came together, but it is what it is. They tend to sell some of these stuff separately. So these usually sell anywhere between like 25 to 30 bucks. This one in particular, since this one is a little rarer, I think this one might sell for some more profit, but I might just go ahead and just sell them individually as well, because I have some older PlayStation 2 controllers that I can bundle with these to just make it a complete set. I told you guys before, I've been testing out a lot of electronics. I didn't test out this Xbox 360 yet, but I'm pretty sure that this one works. I just tested it in the store, make sure that it ejected and it turned on. So this should be all good to go. I'm just gonna wait till I come up on the Xbox Connect, and usually anytime I find the Connect for the 360, it just adds some more value to it. So I'll wait a little while until I list this one. Then I came up on another PS3. I think I spent 20 bucks on this one. This one is kind of dirty, so it's gonna take some time to clean this one up, but this also included a game in here as well. I don't know the value on this one, but I doubt it's selling for anything serious, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bundle that game with this one. And of course I have a PlayStation 3 controller sitting in my inventory, so I'll probably remove that listing and then just add it to this bundle, just to make the bundle more attractive, because buyers usually would spend a little more if they can get a complete set. But overall, I've been coming up on a ton of systems lately, so definitely be on the lookout for some of these stuff. And I'm kind of been debating if I should wait until fourth quarter to sell some of these items, only because I know during fourth quarter they might sell for a little more profit. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell these now and just go ahead and recruit that money. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit.